Hotel Chocolat is a British chocolate retailer with revenues up in the last year 24% to £165 million, and with now half of their revenue coming through digital and subscription, they are fast becoming a D2C force to be reckoned with. In this no-cut teardown, we're going to look at the digital marketing that has driven that growth. In particular, we're going to be pulling out 3 lessons. These are things that we can learn from Hotel Chocolat's digital marketing, and we're also going to look at 3 things to avoid, 3 areas where they're maybe not being so hot as they could be. As always in these no-cut teardowns, there's no edits, there's no cuts, so pressure's on me to get it all right. So first thing that we're going to look at that Hotel Chocolat is doing well is their homepage. Now, we don't often shout out e-commerce homepages, and they're pretty difficult to get right. You've got to balance giving people an introduction to the business, having enough content, and then signposting the different product areas on the site. It's a very difficult thing to do, particularly for a brand like Hotel Chocolat that has lots of different customer segments and a huge volume of different products. But in my opinion, they do a very good job of this. Now, they do a good job of this by having a very long homepage, which is the easiest way to cater for as many people as possible. But these areas are all signposted, and it doesn't really feel boring or oppressive because there is so much gorgeous imagery on offer, so it keeps us tantalized and tempted. Now, we're coming up to Christmas at the time of filming this, so there's obviously a Christmas slant on everything that they do. But if we think about the different types of buyer on Hotel Chocolat, we know that people are buying gifts for themselves, we know that people are buying gifts for others, and we know that people are kind of entertainment or leisure shopping. Those are the segments that Hotel Chocolat caters for. So we can see that each of those is catered for on this site. We have all the different top types of gift at the top here. And we've got hampers, we've got other different types of experience and non-chocolate gifts. Then we've got their kind of regular chocolate selections. We've got more experiences and then more gifts down here. We've got information about why they're ethical. We've got some other subcategories here, and then customer favorites. So we've got a good range of different types of product and different journeys through the site on offer. We see this exact same thing on mobile. On mobile, the difference is that this menu is sticky at the top of the page, which is a good idea because this is the main way that we get through the shop categories. More on those in a second, but a very similar thing. And now, the other important thing about this homepage is that the order of things is prioritized based on what's most likely to be the thing that the consumer needs, which sounds like an obvious thing, but so often we see e-commerce stores prioritizing maybe the product that they want to sell rather than the things that actually customers are most likely to come in for. So thing number 1 that they're doing well, love this e-commerce homepage. Thing number 2 that they're doing well isn't actually necessarily a digital marketing thing, it's actually one of their products, and that is this Velvetizer. Now, you see the Velvetizer mentioned all around Hotel Chocolat's stuff. You see it on their website, you see it mentioned in their annual accounts. This is basically a machine that builds hot chocolate for you. Now, the great thing about Velvetizer from a marketing perspective is it makes a great gift. It's priced at £99, which is a good kind of gift price for people that you care about. But the brilliant thing for Hotel Chocolat is you've got to keep this thing fed. It's like the Nespresso machine, right? You've got to keep this thing fed with Hotel Chocolat products. Now, they do very well with this. They have a subscription on the site. They're pitching it all over the place. They offer you a discount on the core product when you take out a refill subscription, which is a super smart move because the name of the game here is getting people in that passive mode of receiving product and the money going out of their bank account automatically without any kind of decision being made. That's exactly what we see here. So this is almost like a membership club type thing that they're pitching it here. They're selling the benefits of joining this, and then you go through and choose your machine. Really, really good idea. I also love that the Velvetizer has been designed to be sold as a gift because you're then basically hooking someone else onto Hotel Chocolat refills from then on. So really smart move, and I love this idea of a gateway product that people can buy from you, which then gets them kind of hooked into other things that you're offering and can be a source of subscription revenue too. So they market this pretty heavily. For example, advertising it heavily against phrases like hot chocolate machine, obviously looking at this as a way of capturing customers that might not be looking for Hotel Chocolat through other sources like luxury gift phrases. Hot chocolate, completely separate segment of the market in many ways. They are looking to get that, to stamp their authority there, and they're paying to advertise for that very, very heavily. Okay, third thing that they're doing well is their social media content. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, they're selling chocolate, that's pretty much social media gold, and it absolutely is, but they could still drop the ball. They do not. Their social media imagery is stunning. Now, they've got lots of good quality imagery. Yes, normally we'll criticize a brand if they're getting as much user-generated content as Hotel Chocolat is, but they're not using it in their feed. Whereas in this case, it's a little bit difficult to make that criticism because their stuff looks so high-end, it has to look luxury. User-generated content doesn't typically have that look, so it might be a little bit more inconsistent. They do use user-generated content elsewhere, for example, in their stories, where they will be running promotions with people like this, where this is an ad. To promote their one of their coffee products, and they're using user-generated content in their stories there, but not obviously in the feed. The other thing that's great about their Instagram is that they've got these story highlights, and these take you into different aspects of the business. So for example, inside the HQ, you don't actually go inside the HQ, but it's all very heavily curated, really well designed behind the scenes on how they build their products and introductions to some of the people that are featured. So big fan of that. Now, one area that they could take this to another level is with Reels. They're not currently using Reels. This is a bit of a whoopsie really, because this is a focus product for Instagram. They're giving a lot of organic visibility to Reels. Reels are much harder to get right for a business that is used to heavily curating a feed. It's much closer to TikTok, but this should be something that they can be pushing into in the new year to give themselves more visibility on Instagram. Okay, so some things to avoid then, because they're not doing everything right. The first thing, their website menus are horrific. Now, they're primarily designed for mobile. If we see what this looks like on mobile, if I can just resize my screen, help me out, then we will see that they have this kind of drop-down system, which is okay. So if we go down to chocolate, for example, and we go by chocolate type, we can see that we've then got these different options. Now, because I've been through that system, I've been chocolate, then chocolate type, I kind of mentally know where I am. So when I'm faced with this hideously long list of all these options in shouty capitals, I'm not as lost potentially. The trouble is when you open this on desktop, it gets really messy, because these headings up at the top here are in lowercase, so they kind of look less priority than the shouty subcategories. It's a total mess and really overwhelming. Much better to take the department store model, like something like John Lewis, where they'll just have 7 or so options across the top, very clear categories and subcategories, and they'll break things down in further detail. For example, chocolate type, you could have fruity chocolate, and then there could be sub for things like raspberry and strawberry chocolate. There's no need to have fruity chocolate and then raspberry and then strawberry all in the same menu system. You could have another level of subcategorization. So menu systems can be a real sticking point for e-commerce sites with a large product range, because it can make it very confusing for people to find the right product for them. They can end up getting stuck in a loop, and that doesn't really match the kind of curation experience that you want to give people when they land on your site. The next thing that they're not doing particularly well, another warning for us all here, is their blog. Now, they're posting quite a lot of blog content, but it's really not particularly great. Firstly, the layout of these pages is really dreadful. I mean, look at this. What is all this white space? On mobile, yeah, fine, it's one column in the middle, but because there is so much copy, that makes it quite impenetrable and difficult to read. This 12 last-minute Christmas gifts is a great idea for a blog post. You could have loads of imagery there, you could have little different types of content in there, like videos and tweets and user-generated stuff, reviews of Hotel Chocolat products. This could be a fantastic piece of information, this could be a fantastic post, but it's really not. And because it's really not, because very few of their blog posts are any good, very few of them are ranking. Your blogs should be a good source of organic traffic for you, because they could be ranking that, for example, for last minute Christmas gifts, which would be a great thing to rank for, because people searching for that might be a potential customer for Hotel Chocolat. But it's not ranking, and in fact, out of these top 100 ranking pages on their site, only 4 of them are blogs. This is terrible, not because you don't want your main pages on your website to rank, but because blogs can be so easy to rank. Usually we would expect to see 60% plus of a site's top ranking pages to be blog and informational content. So this isn't a reflection that their main pages are ranking so well. This is just a reflection that their blog content sucks for ranking. So loads that they could do here to make these blogs much more engaging. The third thing that they are really not doing well is actually a really good thing, but really poorly executed on the website, and that is this VIP section. Now, they have this VIP.me section on their website, and this is a real strategic priority for them. In fact, we can see it's a strategic priority for them because it is mentioned here in their 6 fast growth opportunities in their annual report. So this is great because they've got 1.8 million active customers across online and retail for their kind of membership, if you like, and you get discounts for this, you get latest news, you get incentives to come in store. Fantastic loyalty program thing, great idea. Everyone should be running this who possibly can. So where do they prioritize it on the website? See if you can spot it. Remember, this is their number one strategic priority for fast growth. Have you spotted it yet? Oh, there it is! There it is! I found it! I found it bottom left-hand corner, just above the footer where fewer than 2% of people are likely to click. Great! Now when you go on this page, actually it's pretty convincing. There's a lot of benefits copy, it looks really cool, it's totally free. It makes total sense. They've got a 15% off welcome, which will be a great thing to advertise with a pop-up when you land on the site. Hey, get 15% off, fill in your details here, join our VIP scheme. Then you get people filling in their details even if they don't end up purchasing in that session, which means you can follow up with them, which means you can run checkout abandonment and all that stuff. But because they don't prioritize it at all, it's invisible on the website, which is such a shame. So great idea, but the execution means that it's something that we have to avoid. So there you have it. 3 good, 3 bad for Hotel Chocolat. If you want some help with your digital marketing for your website, then the team here at Exposure Ninja can film you a video like this. Don't worry, we won't put it on YouTube. All you need to do is go to exposureninja.com/review and fill in some information about your business. We'll ask you about your current digital marketing, your goals, and what you're really looking to do with your business. And we'll then map you out a prioritized digital marketing plan based on what you're doing currently, based on your competitors and the opportunities in your market. You can then take that plan, you can follow it yourself, you can follow it with your agency or whatever. If you really want, you can follow it with us. This service is completely free of charge. You get a video like this one, 15 minutes long, in your inbox, usually within 2 to 3 working days. So go to exposureninja.com/review to request your free website and digital marketing review. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe on our YouTube channel and see you next time.